Hi guys, welcome back to more Stokelona on the Force 9's YouTube channel, continuing the Stoke City save on Football Manager 2016. And in today's video, we're away from home against newly promoted Cardiff. We're now into December, so about halfway through the season more or less. Looking at the table, we sit in 7th place at the moment, 16 games played, 6 wins, 6 draws, 4 defeats, and a neutral goal difference at the moment. 24 points, not a bad tally at the moment, and it's looking fairly tight, in that sort of top half. Arsenal have a 4-point lead on 36 points. But we're not far behind. We're only 6 points off 4th place, which is the target for this year. I want to just break into that top 4 after 2 straight years of qualifying for Europa League. Make the next step, and we'll try and get in to the Champions League. Of course, you won't see it because this is the last season, because I'm starting a new save after this season. I don't know what that will be yet, but there will be a poll going up in the next week or so, which will have a couple of options available to you, so you can choose what should be my next save. So I will talk more about that in a separate video. I'll do a whole video for it where I'll go through the options, and I'll put the link to that poll in the description of that video when it comes out. It'll be sometime in the next week. But today, as I said, we're travelling to Cardiff. Now, before we start, Cardiff have the red badge. I should explain this. I've got last year's FM's logos and face packs and stuff, so they're all from last year's game. So Cardiff still have the red badge and the red kit. And not the blue that they have now. They've gone back to blue. So if there are any Cardiff fans apologising. If there are any Cardiff fans watching, I do apologise that it's the red badge. For my next save, I'll have all the new logos and face packs for the new game. But for this game, for this save, when I started off, I just used the old face packs from last year's game, just because I just carried them over from the old game. That was it, really. So in the last video, we defeated Red Star Belgrade, and we qualified for the knockout rounds of the Europa League. We also beat Shakhtar Donetsk 1-0 away from home on the final game to get 15 points in total and win the group. Doesn't affect who we get, because the last 32 in the Europa League is just anyone against anyone. There's no C's or pools or anything. So we do have that draw today as well. I'm going to do that now. But no, before we do that, we're going to go through the games off screen. So last time we faced Red Star Belgrade and we won 2-1. We went behind just before half time, but Ntep scored in the hour, and Diouf scored in injury time to give us a 2-1 win. Off screen hasn't been that bad. It's been, it sort of tailed off at the end, but yeah, not too bad. So we had a 2-0 win at home against Leicester, who are nailed to the bottom of the table at the moment. Took a while to get going. 2 goals coming in fairly late in the game. Pereira on the 79th minute, and Livermore on the 85th minute. Asked for more first team football. We gave it to him, and he rewarded us with a goal. So that's not too bad. Leicester really went in the game at all. Didn't have a great deal going for them. Still no Jamie Vardy. Came off the bench, so obviously he's not really working out for him at the moment at Leicester. Apparently his scout summary is only 2 stars. And he's 30 years old now. He's got 3 league goals so far this season, and he got 12 in the 2015-2016 season. So yeah, not really working out as well as in real life for Vardy. But a good 2-0 win at home against Leicester. They're nice and comfortable. Well, I say comfortable. It took a while to get a goal, but it happened in the end. Then we went on to the Capital One Cup quarter-final, faced Crystal Palace at home, and as I said last time, rivals in the save, and we won 1-0. Only the one goal coming from Mane in the 10th minute. Hasn't scored in a while, but he scored here today. First goal in a couple of months, I think. Just the one goal, defended really well. Carl Jenkinson has been playing absolutely fantastic at right back. Really pleased with his performances, and that's a great signing from Arsenal. I'm really happy with it. We defended really well in this game. Mane got the goal, but Milik has been really annoying me. 17 hours without scoring a goal. 17 hours of football. He hasn't scored since the end of August. And it was in one game. He scored a hat-trick against... I think it would have been in the playoff of the Europa League, maybe, or something like that. 3 goals in one game. That is the only goals he's scored this season. He has not scored any goals in the Premier League or the Capital One Cup. He scored 3 goals in Europe, and they were all in the same game. So I won't be using him again this season. I'm going to try and loan him out. I'm going to try and do something with him, because it's just not working. Obviously, he does not quite fit the bill for us. So yeah. So winning that has rewarded us with a semi-final in a Capital One Cup against Liverpool. Sounds familiar. That's because that game happened yesterday and we won 1-0. And the first leg is at the Britannia as well. So we could have had West Ham again. They knocked us out last season. But we could face them in the final. The other half of the draw is Man United and West Ham, with the first leg being played at Old Trafford. So we could be going to a final against Man United or West Ham. but we're going to get past Liverpool first. And the next video, which will hopefully be on Friday, will be a double live com of both legs of that Capital One Cup semi-final. Next game we had against West Ham, who, as I said, beat us last year in that semi-final. So, good segue there. Ball draw, 0-0. Wasn't a great one, this one. Only 9 shots for us. We edged it possession-wise, and we had a few shots on target. But, again, defended well, but going forward, it just wasn't working for us. Destro had chances, but, yeah. Not a great deal to shout about here. I think there may have been one highlight in this game, and it came in like the last 10 minutes. So, yeah. Not great. Then we faced Shakhtar. As I said, we beat them in Ukraine 1-0. So once again, we rocked the Shakhtar. I'm going to milk that joke as much as I can. Livermore scoring the only goal in that game. The setup was by Entep. And yeah, only shot on target really. There wasn't a lot else that happened in this game. That was the only real highlight. So yeah, but we won the group because of that. So that gives us a good... That gives us a bit more money, if anything. It doesn't really affect anything else, but we just got a bit more money from it because we won the group. And then we hosted Manchester United, held them off for quite a while, defended really well, but they got 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. Schweinsteiger on the 83rd minute, and Robin Quaison, not a player that I recognise the name of, scored in the 88th minute, I think it was. Swedish 24-year-old, they signed him from Palermo this season for 12.75 million. Don't recognise the name, really. But yeah, no, we did well in this game, we defended well, but it didn't really work out for us. I've been sort of playing around with a couple of different roles as well. I've sort of been moving Diouf in a more central role as a shadow striker. Hasn't really worked out so far, but I'm just sort of seeing what I can do with people. Because we've got a few issues. At the Man United game, we had issues at left midfield. Because Pereira was ineligible, so we had to play Entep on the right. I put Mane on the left and I put Diouf in the middle. Didn't really work because we lost 2-0. But, you know, we were close. 83rd minute and 87th minutes with the goals. Yeah, 6.4 for Milik. He came off, and he just hasn't really worked out at all. Hasn't worked out well at all for him at Stoke. So our next game is not for a couple of days. I wanted to stop here because we've got the draw for the first knockout round. So let's have a look at some of the teams in this. So we've got Athletic Bilbao, Basel, Besiktas, Bordeaux, Braga, Celtic, Moscow, Dnipro, Dortmund, Salzburg, Porto, Fenerbahce, Lazio, United. We can't get them because they're English. Marseille, Milan, Monaco, Napoli, Olympiacos, Sevilla, Shakhtar. We can't get them because we were in their group. Spartak Moscow, Sporting, Standard, Stoke, that's us. Stuttgart, Spurs we can't get because they're English. Trabzonspor, Valencia, Villarreal, Zenit and Zurich. A lot of difficult teams in there. Of course, last season we got Dortmund. Very tough game, but we got through. Let's see who we're going to get. So let's have a look as we go down the list. There's Spurs, they've got Sevilla. We haven't got Dortmund, they got Shakhtar, the other team in our group. So if we'd have come runners up, might have been a different story. Oh, wow. Okay, I can't believe that's happened. So, we've drawn Lazio. Now, if you don't know, Lazio was my first ever save on YouTube on FM. All the way back in last year, early December, that was my first FM15 save. First ever videos on YouTube. So that is a good sort of... I was going to say link to the past. Oh, dear. That's amazing. We've got Lazio. I'm genuinely pleased that's happened. Not because of who they are, but because of my links to them. That is a really good draw. So we won't be playing them for a while. As you can see, it'll be there. Sort of mid-February, end of February. That's really good. I'm very happy with that. That's a great draw. I'm so pleased with that. That's really good. So I'm going to skip a couple of days now. And I will join you at the Cardiff game. I'm going to pre-select the team beforehand, so you won't see that. I will join you at the team selection screen for the Cardiff game. Well, that's an incredible score. I didn't know FA Cup replay. Wrexham beat Cambridge 5-4 after extra time. 4-4 in normal time, and they got a winner in extra time. FA Cup, something I forgot to mention. We drew Wolverhampton Wanderers in our third round game, so that should be a cool one. I believe it's at home, but let's have a look. Are we at home? We are at home, yeah. At home against Wolves, so that could be a good one. FA Cup third round. Okay, we're going to struggle a bit for fitness in this game because we have been playing quite a few games recently. But this is the team we're going with. Butland in goal. Target, Sorensen, Kirchhoff and Jenkins in the back four. Shawcross is injured. I'll go through those very shortly. March and Shenton are the midfield duo. Pereira on the left, Mane on the right. Destro and Diouf playing up front. Diouf playing as a defensive forward. I gave up with the shadow striker thing after a couple of games. It wasn't really working out. The bench is Vima, Muniesa, Brie, Gutierrez, Livermore, Intep and Milik. Injuries. So here we go. Shaqiri has just literally this day come back from his injury, which was the broken toe. He's literally just come back this day, but he's nowhere near fit, so we can't play. Diarra has broken ribs, as you saw in the last live com. 2 to 3 weeks left for him. And Shawcross is injured, which is a big shame. He's got a hernia, so he's going to be out for a few weeks with that. So that has given us a lack of options at centre-back. I've put Kirchhoff there. We have Sorensen, and Wimmer is on the bench, but he played the last game, so he's not really up to scratch. Same with Muniesa. Target's been doing well, though, so we've brought him in. We're on standard flexible. I need to set some of these instructions. Go for a lower tempo. Yeah. And work ball into box. There we go. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's submit that team. Your favourites, go out and dominate the match. I should still expect to win, really, because I really am expecting a win here. We're not doing too badly. That Man United defeat wasn't really ideal, but I think we're playing well at the moment. 7th place isn't too bad, but we can climb up the table with a win here at Cardiff. So let's see how we do. Okay, it's us that kick off, and let's see if we can get an early chance. I'm assuming we won't. There you go. You can barely see Marshall's number there, but Cardiff now on the attack. Got a very quick play here. Looks like a high tempo maybe. But Much clears the ball here. Turner is on the ball. Passes back to Marshall, the goalkeeper. This is very fast play by Cardiff. But there's another chance here. Destro to Much. Mane. This is very quick paced. Mane is on the ball. Diouf's through. No. Philip can clear it. There he goes. Kirchhoff now. Here's Philip. Is that Philip Kiss, I think his name is? Yep. Here's Gale. Is he going to create something? A Gale Force win? No, he's not. Butler makes the save. Very quick start to the game here. Very end-to-end stuff. Not bad. Not a bad start. Just haven't scored a goal yet, which is happening a lot too often at the moment. We're not scoring in the first half. Jenkinson got a few assists to his name. Is he going to get one here? Shenton to Mane. Cross in. Deuce there. It's cleared away. Here's Gale to Kalinic. And Cardiff now maybe on the counter-attack. Gale's on the ball. Finds Kiss. Here's Slavchev. Gale's through it. Oh, God. It's 1-0. Yep, now, that is as against the run of play as you can be, I think. 37% possession, and they've gone ahead. We've had 10 shots. No real chances, but, well, they sprung the trap. Not a great start. Destro 6.4 already is not good enough. Right. Where is your passion? Do you want to win this match? That worked against Belgrade, so it should work here. Not happy with your performance so far tonight, and you need to cut out mistakes. Prove a point. So what that should say. There we go. Right, better second half, please, because this is not working at the moment. Mauro Riquicho on the ball for Cardiff now. Here is Kalinic. We can't lose this game. Where are Cardiff? I don't even know how they're doing. Where are they? They're in 17th place, so they are dancing with relegation at the moment, and we're losing. So they've got a red badge, but their kit is blue. Mame Diouf on the ball now. Passes, switches the play to Pereira. Here's Shenton to March. I've got a slightly rotated squad because of the fitness issues, but we should still be winning this. I'm going attacking. We're dominating possession and we're passing well. We're just not doing anything in there. Not doing anything up front. Right, I'm going to... Since it's 55 minutes, I'm taking Destro off. Not working. We're going to bring on Intep as a winger. And we're going to turn Mane into a Trecatista. Yeah. Strikers are misfiring at the moment. That's annoying. Right, another chance here potentially for us. Here is Paul George Intep, who's just come on. Diouf's there. There we go. Diouf can finish, unlike Destro. Bloody club record signing, and he can't score. It's not what I wanted to see. He's our top scorer with 8. But, yeah. It's at 1-1 now. Riquicho on the ball for Cardiff now from the throw-in. Here's Connolly at the back. Long ball to Philip. That's Kiss, I think. Nyman for Cardiff. Rakitic's through here. Don't score, please. Thank you. Sorensen clears it. Well, he wins the ball. Then he puts it up to Mane, who's on the wrong side. Here is Ntep. Oh, he's a striker, Mane. Ntep. Here he goes. Cross. And Mane sends it wide. Actually, he should have scored that. I'm taking much off. He's struggling a bit. We're going to bring on Livermore and turn him into box-to-box. He's playing well, Livermore. So, yeah, he's been getting a run of games. Just thought I'd give him a bit of a rest in this one. Because he's been playing a lot. So, a draw is not great. Against Cardiff, who are, as I said, in the relegation zone. Sorensen, 59%. Come off, boy. We'll give Vimmer a bit of a run out. Keep him fresh. 82 minutes played. 1-1. Like, really? You're going to give me a 1-1 draw against Cardiff? Don't you dare. I'm not having a defeat against Cardiff. That ain't happening. There's 30 seconds left. Don't know. Slavchev. Darikwa. If you score, target, clear it. There we go. There's like 10 seconds left. So it looks like it's going to be 1-1. Not a great score. I think we're expected to win this. There we go, full time. Not a great game. Not a great score. We dominated that game. Cole Jenkinson, man of the match again. How many of those has he got now? Right, I'm going to have a look at the end. 1-1 draw, staying 7th. And Man City, who won their game against Southampton, go 5 points clear at 5th now. And we're now 7 points behind 4th place Newcastle. Okay, right, Jenkinson. How many man of the matches have you got this so far this season? That's his 3rd. So that's already great. He's got 4 assists. He's playing so well, and he's cost $2.5 million in January last season. That's a great right-back signing. Really happy with that one. We're going to play Liverpool next, the first leg. I'm going to try and get them both in the same episode because we've got 4 games to play in between them. So I'm going to try and put them in the same thing. If I can't, then there'll be 2 videos. It'll be a 2-parter, but I'm going to try and put them in the same video for you. Yeah, that's it really. Yeah, not a lot else to talk about. Just a disappointing draw against Cardiff, really. So we've got some tough games off screen. Everton away, then we host Chelsea, and then West Brom on Boxing Day. And then 4 days later, we go to White Hart Lane, and then we have our cup game against Liverpool before an FA Cup tie against Wolves. And then Palace, Southampton and Swansea, and then we go to Anfield for the second leg. Hopefully we'll take a lead there, and hopefully we can get 1 foot in Wembley. And yeah, try and go for a trophy in our last season. That's it really. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below, leave any comments you want to make. And if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, hit that subscribe button down below. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.